Your soulmate can't stop smiling. My beloved child, before this message reaches its end, you will understand why your soulmate cannot stop smiling today. This smile did not appear by accident. It was born from a moment they never expected to experience. While you have been wondering whether your story still has a future, your soulmate has quietly been carrying a feeling that has become impossible to hide. Something changed inside their heart so suddenly that even they were caught off guard. The strange part is that nobody around them understands the real reason behind their happiness. Friends noticed it. Family questioned it. Even strangers sensed that something about them looked different. Yet they kept the truth locked away because they knew the moment they spoke it aloud, everything would begin to change. Don't skip. Stay till the end because every sentence is bringing you closer to the revelation that has been building for longer than you realize. Your soulmate has replayed memories of you over and over, not because they were trapped in the past, but because those memories suddenly started making perfect sense. Every conversation, every silence, every missed opportunity now feels like pieces of one incredible picture. They have stopped asking themselves whether you mattered. They already know the answer. The smile on their face is not just happiness. It is certainty. And certainty is far more powerful than hope. Deep inside, they feel as if a door has quietly opened, revealing a future they once believed would remain hidden forever. They haven't announced it. They haven't celebrated it. But inside their heart, something unforgettable has already begun. Meanwhile, something unusual continues happening behind the scenes. Every single day your soulmate catches themselves imagining a life where your paths no longer run separately. They picture ordinary mornings becoming extraordinary simply because you are there. They imagine conversations that never have to end and moments that no longer disappear as quickly as they once did. These thoughts arrive without warning, interrupting work, daily routines, and quiet evenings. They smile without realizing it, then quickly hide that smile before someone notices. Yet hiding it has become impossible. The people closest to them have started asking questions they are not ready to answer. Why do you seem different? Why do you keep staring into space? Who keeps making you smile? They answer with laughter, but inside they know exactly why. It always leads back to you. Stay till the end because the reason this joy appeared is even bigger than you can imagine. Your soulmate recently discovered something that erased a fear they had carried for far too long. They realized that some connections are never measured by distance or silence. They are measured by the strength with which two hearts continue moving toward each other, even when life seems determined to pull them apart. That realization changed everything. The weight they had been carrying suddenly became lighter, and for the first time in what feels like forever, they allowed themselves to believe that happiness might actually be closer than they once thought. But there is another reason the smile refuses to disappear. It comes from a decision your soulmate has quietly made. They are no longer willing to let fear write the ending of their story. They have spent too much time wondering what could happen if they reached out, spoke honestly, or followed the feelings they kept burying. Now something inside them is stronger than hesitation. It whispers that the greatest moments in life belong to those who finally choose courage over uncertainty. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They have begun noticing little signs that remind them of you everywhere they go. Familiar songs suddenly sound different. Certain places bring unexpected memories rushing back. Random conversations somehow mention topics that instantly make them think about you. They never planned for these reminders, yet they keep appearing one after another as though life itself refuses to let your connection fade into the background. Instead of resisting those moments, your soulmate now welcomes them. Every reminder strengthens the belief that your story is unfinished. Every memory makes the smile grow brighter. Every quiet moment convinces them that the happiest chapter has not already happened, it is still waiting ahead. That is why today feels different. That is why their heart refuses to stay silent. And that is why the good news growing inside them is becoming impossible to keep hidden for much longer. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything begins to shift. Your soulmate has reached the point where imagining the future no longer feels like a dream, it feels like preparation. They have started changing small parts of their life without even realizing why. Their mindset is calmer. Their choices are wiser. Their confidence grows every single day because deep inside they believe they are getting closer to something extraordinary. They cannot explain this feeling to anyone else because words are simply not enough. How do you describe the excitement of believing that someone important is slowly finding their way back into your story? How do you explain the smile that appears every time one special person crosses your mind? They cannot. So they simply carry it quietly, letting their happiness speak louder than their voice ever could. Stay till the end of this journey because today's smile is only the beginning. The real surprise has not been revealed yet. There is one truth your soulmate has discovered that changes the meaning of everything they once believed. When that truth finally comes into the light, nothing about this story will ever feel the same again. A quiet moment arrived when your soulmate finally stopped running from their own heart. There was no dramatic announcement, no crowd watching, no life-changing event that everyone could see. It happened in complete silence, where only they could hear the conversation inside their own mind. They asked themselves one question they had avoided for so long. Why does this one person still make my heart feel alive? The answer came faster than they expected. It was always you. That realization filled them with a happiness they could no longer control. Since that moment, every new sunrise has felt different. Every ordinary day has carried an unusual excitement. Even the smallest victories feel bigger because they secretly imagined sharing them with you one day. Don't skip. Stay till the end because the smile on their face is leading towards something much greater than simple happiness. They have begun protecting this feeling as if it were the most valuable treasure they have ever discovered. Nobody knows the full story. Nobody understands why they suddenly seem lighter, calmer, and more hopeful. But inside, your soulmate knows exactly what has changed. They are no longer afraid of believing that the connection between you was meant to continue instead of disappear. The beautiful part is that this happiness did not appear because everything became perfect. It appeared because your soulmate finally stopped allowing fear to make every decision. They realized that waiting forever only creates more unanswered questions. Instead, they started preparing themselves for a future where honesty replaces hesitation. Every day they imagine what the first real conversation would feel like. They wonder whether you would smile the same way they do now. They picture the silence between you disappearing, replaced by laughter neither of you expected. These thoughts have become impossible to ignore. Even while surrounded by other people, their mind quietly returns to you. That is why their smile keeps surprising everyone around them. They are carrying hope that no one else can see. Something huge is waiting for you because this hope is slowly turning into confidence. Confidence becomes action, and action changes stories forever. Your soulmate has already taken the first invisible step inside their heart. The world simply has not noticed it yet. Then another unexpected moment arrived. Someone casually mentioned the idea of true love, believing it was only luck or coincidence. Your soulmate smiled without saying much because they no longer agreed. They have started believing that some people enter our lives for reasons too meaningful to ignore. Since then, they have quietly started improving themselves. They want to become stronger, kinder, and more patient, not because anyone demanded it, but because they believe the future deserves the very best version of who they can become. Every small improvement feels like another step toward you. Every lesson learned feels like preparation for the chapter they hope is still ahead. Don't look away now because the biggest surprise has not appeared yet. The joy your soulmate feels today is connected to something they recently understood about your bond, and once that understanding fully unfolds, the direction of this entire story will begin to change. Right now they are standing at the edge of a brand new beginning, smiling not because everything has happened already, but because they finally believe the best moments have not been written yet. Tonight, while the world continues as if nothing unusual is happening, your soulmate will once again think about the future with quiet excitement. They will remember every unexpected coincidence, every unforgettable memory, and every feeling that refused to disappear no matter how much time passed. Those memories no longer bring sadness. They bring anticipation. Deep inside, they believe they are getting closer to an answer that has been waiting longer than either of you realizes. The smile on their face is proof that hope has become stronger than doubt. And the good news they are carrying has reached a point where it cannot remain hidden forever. There is one final piece they have not shared with anyone, a discovery that completely transformed the way they see your connection. When that hidden truth finally comes into the light, it will explain why their hearts suddenly feel so peaceful, why their confidence continues to grow, and why they believe the next chapter of this journey could become the one they have always been waiting for. The most surprising part of this story is not that your soulmate is smiling. It is why they refuse to let that smile disappear. Over the past few days, something inside them has become clearer than ever before. They stopped looking at your connection as a collection of old memories and started seeing it as an unfinished journey. Every time they tried to convince themselves that everything was over, another unexpected reminder appeared. A familiar place. A meaningful conversation. A dream that felt unusually real. None of these moments seemed important on their own, but together they formed one powerful realization. Your soulmate began to understand that the feelings they carried never truly faded. They only became quieter. Now those emotions have returned stronger than before, bringing a sense of excitement they cannot explain to anyone around them. Don't skip. Stay till the end because what your soulmate discovered next completely changed the direction of their thoughts. Instead of asking, "What if nothing happens?" they suddenly began asking, "What if everything is about to change?" That single shift filled their heart with a confidence they had never experienced before. It is the reason they wake up with hope instead of uncertainty. It is the reason their smile now appears without warning, even during the busiest moments of the day. Something even more unexpected has been happening. Your soulmate has started noticing how often your name, your memories, or things connected to you somehow appear in everyday life. It almost feels as though every ordinary moment quietly leads back to you. They hear a song and instantly think about a conversation they wish they could have with you. They see two strangers laughing together and imagine what your future conversations might sound like. They watch the sunset and wonder whether somewhere, at that exact moment, you might be looking at the same sky. These thoughts no longer make them feel lost. They make them feel alive. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The happiness growing inside your soulmate is no longer based on imagination alone. It is built on a quiet certainty that their story with you still has pages left to be written. They have stopped searching for reasons to give up and started collecting reasons to believe. Every small sign strengthens their confidence. Every peaceful moment reminds them that some connections become stronger simply because they survive silence. That understanding has become the foundation of the smile you would notice if you saw them today. Then came the moment that surprised even your soulmate. Someone close to them asked what they wanted most from the future. For a brief second, they almost spoke your name. They caught themselves just in time, smiled softly, and changed the subject. But inside, the answer never changed. It was always you. That realization felt incredibly powerful because it removed the last bit of confusion from their heart. They no longer wonder whether you truly matter. They know you do. Since then, they have started making quiet decisions that reflect this new confidence. They are becoming more patient with life, more grateful for each day, and more willing to believe that extraordinary things often arrive when people least expect them. Don't look away now because the greatest revelation has still not been spoken aloud. Your soulmate is holding on to one beautiful truth that they have shared with absolutely no one. They keep replaying it in their mind, smiling every single time, because they believe it marks the beginning of something unforgettable. And now the anticipation becomes impossible to ignore. Your soulmate can almost feel that a new chapter is approaching, even if they cannot yet see every detail. Instead of fearing the unknown, they are welcoming it with quiet excitement. They believe that the happiest surprises are never announced in advance, they simply arrive at the perfect moment. That belief has transformed the way they see tomorrow. Every sunrise feels full of possibility. Every evening ends with hope instead of doubt. Their heart is no longer carrying the heavy questions that once kept them awake. It is carrying expectation. The smile everyone notices is only the first sign of what is happening inside them. The real good news has not been revealed yet because one final realization is still waiting to come into the light. When that hidden piece finally falls into place, your soulmate will understand why every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected twist brought them exactly to this moment, and why they believe your story is closer than ever to its most unforgettable chapter. There is one secret your soulmate has not spoken aloud, and it grows stronger every single day. It is not a promise they made to someone else. It is a promise they quietly made to themselves. They decided that if life ever placed another opportunity in front of them, they would not allow fear to steal it again. That decision changed everything. Since then, their smile has carried a different meaning. It is no longer the smile of someone wishing for a miracle. It is the smile of someone preparing for one. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the reason behind this confidence is more powerful than anyone around them realizes. Your soulmate has begun noticing how peaceful they feel whenever they imagine a future connected to you. The doubts that once filled their heart have slowly been replaced by calm. Instead of questioning every possibility, they have started trusting that some stories unfold at exactly the right time. They no longer feel trapped by yesterday. Their eyes are focused on tomorrow, and for the first time in a long while, tomorrow feels exciting instead of uncertain. Recently, something happened that made them stop in complete silence. It was a small moment that most people would have ignored, yet to them it felt unforgettable. It reminded them of everything they once believed was impossible. That single moment became the final piece that strengthened their hope. Since then, every day has felt lighter. They laugh more easily. They notice beauty in ordinary places. Even people around them have quietly wondered what has changed, because the difference is impossible to miss. The answer remains hidden inside their heart. They have discovered that happiness becomes real the moment you stop fighting what your heart already knows. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The smile you would see today is not temporary excitement. It is the beginning of a confidence that refuses to disappear. Every passing day convinces them that the best chapter of their journey has not already happened. It is approaching one step at a time, and they are determined to be ready when it finally arrives. At the same time, your soulmate has begun looking at life through completely different eyes. They are no longer counting what was lost. Instead, they are paying attention to everything that still remains possible. They remember the moments that connected your paths and realize those memories never truly faded. They simply waited for the right season to become meaningful again. That understanding fills them with quiet joy. It is why they can no longer hide the happiness that keeps appearing on their face. Every new morning feels like another chance. Every peaceful evening feels like another reminder that some stories are meant to continue, not end. Don't look away now, because the greatest surprise is still ahead. Your soulmate believes there is one conversation that could change everything. They do not know exactly when it will happen, but they feel closer to it than ever before. That expectation has become the reason behind every hopeful thought and every unexpected smile that others keep noticing without understanding. Now the journey reaches an even more exciting point. Your soulmate has stopped searching for proof that your connection mattered, because they already carry that proof inside their own heart. They have accepted that certain people leave a mark that time cannot erase. Instead of wondering whether destiny has forgotten your story, they believe every unexpected delay has been preparing something far greater than either of you could have imagined. Their smile is no longer a mystery to them. It is a quiet celebration of the future they have finally allowed themselves to believe in. But the biggest revelation has still not been spoken. There is one truth your soulmate is on the verge of embracing completely, a truth so meaningful that once it becomes impossible to ignore, every unanswered question from the past will suddenly make perfect sense. And when that moment arrives, the good news they have been carrying in silence will no longer remain a secret, because it will begin shaping the next unforgettable chapter of your story together. A remarkable change has quietly taken place inside your soulmate, and almost no one has noticed it yet. They are no longer waiting for life to convince them that happiness is possible. Instead, they have started living as though that happiness is already finding its way toward them. Every morning begins with a different kind of hope, and every evening ends with the same peaceful thought, you. It is not because they have forgotten the difficult moments. It is because they have finally realized those moments never had the power to erase what their heart continued to feel. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the smile you have been hearing about is leading to a discovery that is even bigger than your soulmate expected. They have stopped questioning whether they should protect their feelings. Instead, they have begun protecting the future they quietly imagine whenever your memory crosses their mind. That future has become so real to them that it no longer feels like imagination. It feels like something patiently waiting for the right moment to unfold. One evening, while everything around them seemed completely ordinary, your soulmate found themselves smiling for no obvious reason. They paused and asked themselves why it kept happening. The answer came naturally. Every time they pictured tomorrow, somehow you were part of it. They imagined sharing victories, celebrating simple moments, and creating memories that had never existed before. Those thoughts no longer felt distant. They felt possible. That realization filled them with a calm confidence they had never experienced before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason your soulmate's heart refuses to return to doubt. They have discovered that the strongest connections are not the ones that shout the loudest, they are the ones that quietly remain, even after silence, distance, and uncertainty. Every day that passes only strengthens that belief. Their smile has become a reflection of that certainty, and the people around them can see it even if they cannot understand its true source. As this journey continues, your soulmate has started paying closer attention to the little moments that once seemed meaningless. A familiar melody, an unexpected memory, a peaceful afternoon, or a random conversation somehow reminds them of you. Instead of brushing those moments aside, they welcome them. Each one feels like another gentle reminder that some stories are never finished until every chapter has been written. They have become more patient, more grateful, and far more hopeful than they were before. Something inside them keeps whispering that they are moving toward a turning point they cannot yet see. Don't look away now, because the greatest surprise is drawing closer with every passing moment. The happiness they carry today is only the beginning. Behind that smile is a quiet expectation that one unforgettable moment will arrive and explain why none of the delays were ever meaningless. Your soulmate believes that when the right time comes, every unanswered question will suddenly fit together like pieces of a puzzle that was always meant to be completed. And now the feeling inside your soulmate has become impossible to ignore. What once felt like a fragile hope has grown into unwavering confidence. They no longer wonder whether they should believe in your connection, they already do. The smile everyone notices is the result of a heart that has finally chosen faith over fear, hope over hesitation, and possibility over doubt. Yet the most extraordinary part of this story still remains hidden. There is one final realization waiting just beyond the horizon, and your soulmate can almost feel it approaching. They cannot explain why their heart beats a little faster whenever they think about the future, but they know something meaningful is getting closer. The good news they have been carrying so carefully has not fully revealed itself yet. When it finally does, it will become the moment that changes the way they see everything that happened before, and the beginning of a chapter neither of you will ever forget.